So I have a question for you. I just finished watching the most recent episode of The Veil, episode 5. And a lot happens in this episode, obviously. Spoilers here. But what I thought was really interesting is in the last couple minutes of the episode, the two women are in this parking lot and they're having a conversation. And I mean, it's more of an argument than a conversation, but they're talking in this parking lot. And one of the things that comes out is obviously now we know that she's the commander. So she's plotting this huge, terrible assault on America. It's going to unalive tons of people. It's going to be an absolute disaster. And one of the things that she says to Imogen is, what would you do if you knew you could save your daughter, save your father, save your mother, bring someone back? What would you do to save them? And does that make you understand a little bit more what I'm doing? Because it's so impossible to imagine why anyone would try to execute some sort of terrible attack like this. But then she poses this question. She's like, I'm doing all of this for my daughter. Everything that I'm doing is for my daughter. You have no idea what's going on or why I have to do this. It's not right to do something like this. But when posed with the question, just the simple question of how far would you go to protect a family member? How far would you go to protect a loved one? It's an interesting thing to think about. What would you be capable of on the wrong day, with the wrong situation, if you had to protect someone? It's an interesting question. I don't know that I would orchestrate a large-scale attack, but I've also never been in that situation. It's an interesting conversation. It's an interesting idea. We still don't know much about Imogen's past, so it's possible we're going to find some stuff out. I like the idea of a giant existential question to lead us into our week.